Okay, the January meeting of the Area Planning Commission will come to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Brian Baker,
Present.
Tammy Bullen, Sean Bunch, James Crispin,
Present.
Mark Lincolnbeard,
Here.
Terry Clark,
Here.
John Collette,
Here.
Norm Froderman,
Here.
Don Folk,
Here.
John Hanley, Marcus Mauer,
Here.
Debbie May, William Verdine,
Here.
Fred Wilson.
Here. I think we have a quorum. I'd like to ask everybody to stand and pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I think everyone's had an opportunity to review the minutes.
Motion for approval.
Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Did we have status report? I missed it. We have status report. Well, I can't find it. Yeah. Okay. What page? Any corrections on the status report? Need a motion?
Motion approved.
Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, I think probably we better do our first of the year election of officers.
If you'd like to do that now, that's fine. Okay. So, with your permission, Mr. President, I'd like to open the floor for any comments or motions for officers for the 2024 calendar year. Okay, so there's no discussion. Is there a motion then for whom you'd like to have as the President, Vice President, Secretary for 2024?
Don't all speak at once.
Motion to remain the same.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any additional comments? Would anybody like to speak in opposition to the motion made? All in favor of retaining the same officers for this year, please say aye. Aye. Are there any opposed? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Director's report.
Good evening. That was one of my main agenda items, so thank you for helping me with that. The only other item, well, two other quick items. First off, thank you for everybody for remembering it's at 6 p.m. tonight. We're at 6 p.m. instead of 7. I see everybody remembered and made it on time, so thank you for doing so. Also would like to welcome to our board Mr. Clark, who is joining us as a mayoral appointee. Unfortunately, his swearing in has not happened yet, so he's here this evening observing, learning. Certainly, we welcome his comments or his opinions on any of the agenda items. Unfortunately, he won't be able to vote just yet. We'll hope to get that all cleared up by the beginning of next month, and he'll be fully onboarded by February.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah. Welcome aboard.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, Sydney, did you want to say anything? Okay, everyone's had a chance to review these. Do you have any corrections or questions? Not, I need a motion.
So moved for approval. Second.
Favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. We don't have any, we have one plat deed that was approved.
That's it. Yes.
Anybody got any questions? Okay. Let's go to the first item. Is under city rezonings, docket number 86, UZO 14-2023, 4016 Douglas Drive, West Terre Haute, from an A1 to an R1 single-family residential district.
Okay. So just as a reminder, the property owners is Quackback Properties. It is currently A1 and proposed zoning is R1 single-family residential. This is the property commonly addressed 4016 West Douglas Drive. It is located on the south side of 4012 West Douglas Drive. The petitioner has indicated that the petitioner has indicated that further subdivision of the property may occur in the future. A major subdivision may be approved for any more than one new home. The availability of public utilities may limit lot size and numbers. Issues such as access, drainage, infrastructure, and safety will all be addressed by the subdivision. The petition was originally filed and heard in October. At that time, the petitioner requested their petition be tabled. They've decided to proceed with the rezoning in full knowledge that no additional homes can be built without further major subdivision. It's staff belief that the petitioner has or is working on obtaining the services of a land surveyor for subdivision of the property. We still do offer a favorable recommendation for the rezoning request.
Okay, is the petitioner present? Anything you want to add or any questions you have? Any questions from the planning commission? Anyone speaking in opposition? Yes, sir.
Just for one house, right?
Just one house, yes. Okay, that was good.
Will they have to rezone it for multiple houses?
It'd be a subdivision. Yeah, the rezoning is only to change to single-family residential from agricultural. If they want to build any more than a single-family home, they have to come back through and subdivide the property.
So they can't build an apartment building.
Well, it'll be single-family residential,
Yeah.
so you'll only be able to build one home per lot.
Yes, sir. Have a motion, do we have a second? Second.
He says per lot. That's after it's subdivided, right?
Correct.
Right now, it's just one.
One lot. Right now, it is one lot.
They can't be subdivided under this.
It can be, but they'll have to come back through again.
Okay. Do we have a second? All in favor, aye? Aye. Okay, motion passes. Next item is under subdivisions with city rezonings, docket number 1, file 1, 2024, warehouse jack.
These two agenda items are for the same piece of property. Mr. President, would you like to have them heard concurrently?
Yeah, I could. Task force. I'm sorry. Yes, I think I do.
Okay, yes, since these both address the same piece of property. Okay, we'll start with the subdivision then. The property is located northwest of the intersection of Bill Farm, Sycamore Terrace, Street, 9.44 acres. Surveyor's Mr. Tolles. The request is to subdivide the 9.44 acres into 2 lots for commercial development. Health Department has approved sanitary sewer is available. It will require FAA Form 7460-1 and any relevant attachments to study the effect on aviation safety. Public water is available. It's not in a flood zone. The lots do exceed the minimum lot size requirement. No new public streets with this. Stormwater drainage will be required with a major subdivision. The property is currently zoned C3. A rezoning has been submitted for the proposed use. A new road cut across from Bill Farr will serve the development. There are 2 similar type uses immediately to the south. Necessary infrastructure should be in place to support the development. We offer favorable in the primary and secondary with drainage control, erosion control plan if needed, bonding for infrastructure if needed, fire department approval, and then recorded within 90 days.
All right, the property owners are Fontenette Land Company LLC. Proposed use is office space and warehousing. Proposed zoning is C4 restricted central business district. Current zoning is C3 regional commerce district. The property is located on the northwest side of South Sycamore Terrace Street before the roundabout. It does not yet have an address assigned. It has R1 to the north and west, C3 to the west and east, and M1 to the south. The petitioner is requesting to rezone the property to C4 restricted central business district for an office space / warehouse. The rezoning accompanies the warehouse Jack 2 lot subdivision. The property is currently a vacant commercial lot. The Department of Engineering has stated the proposed use would not alter the neighborhood's characteristics or create a significant problem for the surrounding area. A review from the airport stated that because of the proposed development's proximity to the airport, it will be necessary to complete and submit an FAA Form 7460-1. Staff provides a favorable recommendation with the following conditions: approval of subdivision and approval of site plan with stormwater drainage by the Department of Engineering.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Eddie Felling with Linden Felling Law Firm. I'm here representing Fontenette Land Company this evening. As you heard, this visualize where this property is. It's just north of Clabber Girl and FedEx on the west side of the Sycamore Terrace Road. The new proposed lot would be approximately 4 acres. Again, we're going from C3. We're requested to go from C3 to C4. Would enable both the office space and the warehousing on that same lot. This would proposed use, if all of this passes and we make it through City Council, would be a new Cintas office space and warehousing. Currently, they're right along Margaret Avenue there, just on the north side, not too far from this current location. Again, we've got a favorable from the staff recommendation. I'm happy to answer any questions you all have. I do know Mr. Shagley's here tonight. I want to make sure he has plenty of time to talk to you all. I'm a little bit faster. Mr. Coister's here as well on behalf of the land company, and again, any questions you have, I'm happy to answer them.
Okay, any questions from Mr. Pellet? No? Anyone speaking in opposition to this petition?
Motion to approve. Second.
Favor aye. Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item is docket number 3, file 2024 pavement jack.
Mr. President, the next two agenda items both also focus on the same piece of property. Would you like to have them heard concurrently?
Please.
Okay, I'll starting with the subdivision. The property is behind or west of 1055 South Hunt Street, 33.13 acres, surveyor Mr. Tolles. The request is to subdivide the 33.13 acres for commercial development. Health Department is still reviewing. It is pending currently. Sanitary sewer is available and within 300 feet. It will require FAA Form 7460-1 and any relevant attachments to study the effect on aviation safety. Public water is available from the INAW. Water service for this parcel located at the ingress-egress easement on Hunt Road. Indiana American will place the meter at this point, and the parcel owner will be responsible for running the customer service line to this parcel. It is not in flood zone. The lots exceed the minimum lot size requirement. Stormwater drainage is typically required with major subdivisions. The property is currently landlocked. The plat depicts a 100-foot wide ingress-egress easement on the north side to be developed as a commercial drive. The drive will serve only one lot. The easement will serve both lots. The placement and design of the commercial drive cut will need engineering approval. The proposed future use is an asphalt plant. This use will need rezoning to M2, which has been submitted. The current zoning is O1, City of Terre Haute. We do offer favorable in the primary and secondary the following conditions: drainage erosion control plan, bonding if needed, fire department approval, reported within 90 days, and approval of the rezoning petition.
The property owner is Jack 46 LLC, represented by Mr. Shagley. Proposed use is an asphalt plant. Proposed zoning is M2 Heavy Industrial District. Current zoning is O1 Agricultural District. The property is located on South Hunt Drive, directly behind 1033 South Hunt Street. There is no address assigned yet. It has O1 to the north, south, and west, M2 to the east and south, C3 to the east and west, and M2 to the south. The petitioner is requesting to rezone the property for an asphalt plant. This rezoning accompanies the pavement jack 2-lot subdivision. The area is a mix of manufacturing, commercial, and agricultural. The Department of Engineering has stated that proposed use will not alter the neighborhood characteristic or create any significant problems for the surrounding area. A review from the airport stated that because of the proposed development's proximity to the airport, it will be necessary to complete and submit an FAA Form 7460-1. Staff provides a favorable recommendation with the following conditions: approval of the subdivision and approval of the site plan with stormwater drainage by Department of Engineering.
Mr. Shagley.
Good evening, Mr. President, fellow members of the commission. My name is Richard Shagley. I'm with the law firm Bright, Shagley & Lowry. And today, this evening, I'm here on behalf of Jack 46 LLC. Tonight, we're asking this property to be rezoned from O1 to M2, as Sydney said, for the purpose of constructing an asphalt plant. Since the sign's been up, I've only heard from one neighbor, and that was a quick email, and I've not heard anything since. We had a favorable staff report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions for Mr. Shagley? Anyone speaking in opposition? Have a motion?
Motion to approval.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye? Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Before I go, if I would just like to congratulate you, Mr. President, on your reelection. Congratulations.
Thank you. I just wanted to, my pay get increased any and all.
I think it doubles. It doubles your fourth term.
Every year. It doubles. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, the next item is docket number 2, file 2, 2024, Wyoming County Industrial Park, phase 4.
The property occupies 27.14 acres in the Vigo County Industrial Park with frontages along Industrial Drive and Carlisle Street. Surveyor is Mr. Yellick. The request is to subdivide the 28.14 acres, creating 2 new lots. A variance has also been requested. Health Department has approved sanitary sewer is available. Public water is available on the north side. A main extension on the east side is required. It's not in the flood zone. Lots do exceed the minimum lot size requirement. The existing roads may meet minimum standards for industrial traffic. County engineering must approve of the design for any new roads or alterations required to meet the need of the future use. Stormwater drainage will be required with the major subdivision. The request is to plat and replat existing property in the Vigo County Industrial Park into 2 lots for construction of a distribution facility. Further details on that are not provided. All major infrastructure is in place and accessible to the site. Current supplies of power, water, sewer, gas should exceed what will be necessary for the proposed development. There's no indication that any new infrastructure development will be needed. A variance of scale has been requested due to the large area involved. Staff is of the opinion that the requested variance will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, convenience, or general welfare of the community. The value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. The strict application of the terms of this ordinance have resulted in an unnecessary hardship, excluding financial reasons in the use of the property. Therefore, staff recommends favorably on the variance request. And staff does also offer a favorable recommendation on the primary and secondary with the following conditions: report within 90 days, road cut permits if needed, drainage erosion control plan approval, and bonding for infrastructure if needed.
Okay, is the petitioner present? A representative?
I'm Dave Pluckbaum with Corodino, and we're the engineers for the park. I don't know what else to add. If you have questions.
Okay, any questions from the planning commission? Anyone speaking in opposition? Steve's not going to speak?
We're under a non-disclosure agreement. Dave doesn't even know who the company is, but it's going to be a very nice addition to the community, and respectable number of jobs for the size of the property, good investment. Facility about 50,000 square feet, and we hope to be able to share more detail here in the near future. We're working with Ambrose Property Development Group out of Indy as the developer, and they have a client that they're working.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anyone speaking in opposition? I don't believe so. Do we have a motion?
I'll make one.
Do we have a second?
Second.
In favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. I also want to thank Jared and his staff. They're always so helpful to us on all of our projects.
They're great.
We just really appreciate it.
They want to hear that.
Okay. Any other discussion? If not, I need a motion to adjourn. So moved. Second? All in favor, aye?
Yes, aye.
Thank you.